Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so very happy that you could join me today because today we're going to be doing a fun little magic trick. That's right, a magic trick. We are going to be turning this into this. Or, I don't actually know, something like it. I don't really know what it's going to look like yet. The point is I want to get two pieces of project out of this one piece of rebar. I want to do a coat hanger of fairly hefty size and a bottle opener, because all of those vintage sodas from Ridley's are not going to open themselves. But before we do any of that, we're going to have to finish some of the modifications that I've been doing on the forge. But you know, grinding metal, it's kind of boring. It's not fun or cool or interesting at all. So you know, I think I'm just going to skip it. So now that the forge is kind of done, we can go ahead and just get started on taking this piece of rebar we had and angle grinding the paint and the ribs off so that it's just a more attractive, more workable piece of steel.
Cheerilee, I'm afraid to raise my hand. I have something to ask you cause I want to understand. It's all about homework, it's about 1 + 1 is 2. А дальше текста я не знаю ни хрена. Cheerilee, 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 la 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 la. Cheerilee, 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 la 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 la. Hey Cheerilee, Cheerilee, I'm afraid to see you after school. I could up to the office and tell you that you're cool. It's not about my test or about my homework, you should grade. I don't want her to tell me, I just want to go on date. Hey Cheerilee, Cheerilee, hey Cheerilee, Cheerilee, hey Cheerilee, Cheerilee, la 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 la.
Well, many hours have passed. I got here, I think, at around 3 or 4 o'clock. It is currently almost 8, and now I have this. You'll notice that it is neither a bottle opener nor a coat hook, and there's a reason for that, and that is that when I was hammering out what I wanted to be the bottle opener, I unintentionally created a shape that, in my mind, I thought it would be a cool knife shape. So I went ahead and just kind of made a knife out of it because I figured, well, what the hey, I still have some time until Christmas to have bottle openers to give to a couple of people for Christmas. May as well just make a knife out of it, you know, just because I'll take what my limited skills and equipment can give me. So I have this knife. I like the blade shape here, more or less. I just haven't been able to buffer it out to be in any way polished, or you know, because you can see all the pits and all that fun stuff. And I tried to hammer out the rest of the piece of rebar into something of a tang, but it's just so wavy and uneven that I'm probably not going to be able to do much with this. So I could sharpen it and it would still function as a knife, but that would just be too similar to all my other rebar knives. And I want to do something a little bit different this time, but I do still have this. I don't know what kind of metal this is made out of, but I found it laying around. It looks to be a pretty decent, hefty chunk of pretty... I don't know if it's iron or steel. I don't yet know how to tell the difference, but I still have this chunk of metal, and I want to do some stuff with that. If I do something with this, or maybe yet another piece of rebar, it'll probably be in the same video, but for now I have to go to bed. So I'll go home and go to bed, but until then, this is Mr. Oh, actually, I have something else to tell you about before I sign off. One of the bigger issues I had making that bottle opener turned into a knife was the anvil I was using, and up until now I've been using a boulder, but I moved my workshop and kind of the tools further up into the yard, closer to the garage, because what I wanted to do with the coat hanger was kind of do a thing that a lot of newer blacksmiths do, where they'll heat up the piece of metal, stick it in a vice grip, and then twist it around. There's a vice grip here, and the plan was to be able to do that, so I had to move the tools and stuff to the back patio, the back porch, just right outside the garage door. So I didn't have the boulder to use as an anvil, and I was like, well, that's fine. I have this sledgehammer head that I had taken off of its shaft, and I had it seated in a log, but I didn't do the job well enough. I didn't seat it well enough, and so I would hammer, and the sledgehammer head would go, and that wasn't helpful at all. So here in a minute, I'm going to try. I have a new log that's heavier, it's bigger. I'm going to try and seat it better. Ladies and gentlemen, you have my new, incredibly professional, very high-end quality anvil here. It is. Yep, there it is. Find it in the camera for a second. Now, I know that looks like it's seated super loose, that it's seated very poorly, but if you will observe the test that I did, it's picking it up. So, shaking it around, and there you have it. See, with the way the stump it was seated in previously, it would just fall out. You know, because I made the hole around it way too big, and the hole, I don't know if you can see, but yeah, the hole's not really very put together, but I tried to do it so that it was just the right size. Even it's okay if the opening around it has little bubbles around the edges, because if the hole kind of, as it goes deeper, kind of gets smaller as it kind of closes in on itself, like a cone, for example, then if the sledgehammer head gets deeper in there and it gets jammed in there really well, then that's really all that matters. And so I think next time I get the chance to use this as an anvil, tomorrow or the day after that, it'll perform really well, or at least better than the setup I had it the log that I had it in previously. But now